Roland has just released the new Fantom-0 series keyboards, and they share many sounds and features with a higher priced flagship Fantom range. I'm Tony from Bonner's Music, and this is my quick buyer's guide to the differences between these new low-cost keyboards and their bigger, more expensive counterparts. If you're looking to purchase a Fantom here in the UK, Bonner's has all the models available for you to test in our South Coast store before you purchase, or you can order online by clicking the link in the description below this video. We offer a great trade-in deal, so if you already have a keyboard that you would like to upgrade to a new Fantom, whether it's one of the flagship models or the new Great Value O series, get in touch and let us know what you've got and we'll get right back to you with a trade-in price. So let's talk first about the most obvious difference between the two Fantom ranges, and that is that the Fantom has higher quality hardware and keyboard action. The flagship Fantom models are constructed using a metal chassis and use Roland's highest quality keybeds. The Fantom-0 series are lightweight instruments with mainly plastic bodies, and it has a much cheaper feel to the keyboard. The only way I can describe this is that the Fantom, the flagship model, feels like you're driving a well-built German motor car, whereas the cheaper keyboards feel a bit like you're driving a mass-produced family saloon. But just like a lower cost car, the Fantom-0 series comes loaded with all the gadgets like a colour touch screen and lots of knobs and buttons. But a bonus is they are extremely lightweight. Now the Fantom 6, as a comparison, the flagship Fantom 6 weighs 15 kilograms, and that increases to 27.7 kilos for the flagship Fantom 8 model, whereas the Fantom 06 only weighs 6 kilograms, and even the 88-note Fantom 0 model is still 14.8 kilos, which is less than the 61-key Fantom model. So if you're looking for something that's lightweight to take on the road with you, then the Fantom 0 series is perfect. The second big difference between the two models is that the Fantom has Aftertouch on the keybed. The Fantom 0 series does not have Aftertouch, but then you wouldn't expect that from a keyboard that's half the price of its bigger brother. Aftertouch is a nice feature to have, especially for playing synth lead solos or maybe to open the filter on a lush pad, but would you miss it on an everyday basis? The flagship Fantoms have 8 times more memory available for expansions and samples. The new Fantom-0 series only has 256 megabytes available for wave expansions and keyboard multi-samples. This means that you're limited in the number of additional sound expansions that you can load into the Fantom-0 at any one time. Roland's online cloud service gives users the chance to download lots of extra sounds, samples and content for their products. There's a mixture of both paid for and free content. The first thing you might want to check out are the 15 Roland EXZ expansion packs, and these are completely free of charge and give you access to thousands of Roland's best genre-specific samples and sound sets, including orchestral, drums, pianos, dance, synths, vintage keyboards and many more. I remember getting my new Fantom keyboard, and on day one I loaded all 15 of these free EXZ expansions into the memory, and there was still space for more. The Fantom-0 series, however, only has space for up to 4 or 5 expansions, and this may be less depending on the size of the files you're importing. The Fantom-0 comes pre-loaded with 3 EXZ expansions. There's a Supernatural Acoustic Pianos 1 and 2 and also the Electric Piano sound set. This only leaves about 100 megabytes of available space, so you'll need to remove some of the preloaded expansions if you want to start downloading extra content from Roland Cloud. The flagship Fantom range has scene remain for all 16 parts and effects. You may remember that the sound produced by keyboards in the past used to cut off when you changed between patches. In recent times, the processing power of the chips used in these instruments has increased enough to give manufacturers the ability to ensure there's a seamless audio transition when switching between different sounds. This is especially processor hungry when working with complex layers of sounds, but as the flagship Fantom models are equipped with 4 Roland BMC chips, they handle this kind of task with ease. In fact, on the flagship Fantom models, you can actually layer up to 16 voices together and switch to another layer of 16 voices, and there's no audio cutoff. The Fantom-0 series still offers this kind of seamless transition between voices, but you're limited to this only working when you're using up to a maximum of 8 voices layered together. It simply doesn't have the processing power to seamlessly transition between 16 sounds and effects all at the same time. You can still layer 16 sounds together in one scene, but you'll experience note cut-off when switching to another patch. The flagship Fantoms include the Jupiter 8, Juno 106, JX8P and SH101 synth model expansions free of charge. These expansions replicate the sounds and the parameters and the behaviour of the original analogue synths. These model expansions are not included with the Fantom-0 series, but you can purchase a lifetime key for each individual model of your choice, and it costs you $149. The Fantom has an analogue filter. The analogue filter in the flagship Fantom instruments injects additional warmth to give a lush sound that's only possible using analogue circuitry. The Fantom-0 series only has digital filters, which are nice and clean but don't have as much audio depth as the analogue filter on their bigger brothers. Fantom has V-piano. The V-piano in the flagship Fantom keyboards is almost like a living piano core, allowing you to modify and create your own unique piano tones. V-piano is a computer-modelled piano sound generator and allows every note to respond and evolve naturally and seamlessly without requiring samples. You can alter the tuning and the voice, character and volume of each note individually, as well as having control over string resonance, damper resonance, cabinet resonance, lid position and duplex scaling. The V-piano sound engine is exclusively available in the flagship Fantom models, so if you're passionate about piano sounds, then this is probably the keyboard of your dreams. Roland's Zyme model expansion is exclusively available for Fantom. Zyme is a totally new synth engine from Roland that's only available in the flagship Fantom models. Zyme combines wavetable oscillator layers, phase and shape modulation, resonant filters and 2 unbelievably powerful step LFOs to create completely unique sounds and massive synth textures that have never been heard before from any instrument. Zyme is not available for Fantom-0 series keyboards. Fantom has a greater selection of hardware input and output connections. The flagship Fantom models have main outputs on both jack and XLR, whilst the Fantom-0 range only has unbalanced jack outputs. The Fantom also offers an additional second pair of sub outputs for even more sound separation when working in a studio or a stage environment. There are also separate analogue filter outputs on the Fantom. The Fantom is also equipped with both jack and XLR audio inputs for connecting external audio sources to make use of the effects, audio recording and vocoder functions. The Fantom-0 only offers jack audio inputs. The Fantom-0 has 3 foot pedal inputs, whereas the Fantom has 4 foot pedal jacks with 1024 step value support. The Fantom has 2 MIDI outputs as opposed to 1 on the Fantom-0, and there are 2 additional external USB device ports. Finally, the Fantom has 2 CV and gate outputs for connection to external analog synths. Fantom has more real-time hardware controls for adjusting sounds. Both models have the same sets of physical controllers, but the Fantom models include 11 sound modifier knobs for real-time manipulation of the sounds, as well as a dedicated USB audio slider. So that's my summary of the differences between the Fantom-0 series and the more established and perhaps refined Fantom models. Why don't you let us know in the comments which is the right keyboard for your needs and why you chose that particular model. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons to ensure you're notified when I release my next keyboard demo video. Thanks very much for watching.